good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by. It's the bigger love of the family.
Act 3, Scene 1.
And can you, by no truth of conference, get from him why he puts on this confusion, granting so harshly all his days of quiet, with turbulence and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess himself feel a little distracted, my lord, but by what cause he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, for with a crafty manners keeps aloof, when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Regard of question, but our demands most free in his reply.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Madam, I so feel that certain players will go out tonight are on their way, and there did seem in him a little joy to hear of it about the court, and I think they have ordered this night to play before him. And he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matters.
With all my heart, and it does much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into this delight.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for I have sent Hamlet away. He has, by accident, affronted Ophelia.
I shall obey you, my lord.
And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I wish that your good virtues will bring him back to his wonted way again to boast your honors.
Ophelia, walk you here. Oh, Glacius, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Here, read on this book to cover your loneliness. We are oft to blame this too much proof that with devotion, visage, and pious action we do sugar, or the devil himself. Oh, I hear him coming. Let's restore, my lord.
Hamlet enters the stage.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of the outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the seas of trouble, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep is to say we end the heartaches and thousands of natural shocks that the flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation that is to be devoutly wished for. To die, to sleep perchance to dream, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes the calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrongs, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolent of office, and the spurns the patient married, the unworthy ones take, when he might himself his quietus make with a bare bodkin? would Vardos bear to sweat and grunt under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered world whose born no travelers return, puzzles the will that makes us rather bear those ills we have than to fly to the others we know not of. And thus conscience makes cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is slickered over with the pale cast of thoughts. And enterprises great pitches and moments with this regard their currents turn awry and loses the name of action. Soft you now, fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
My lord, how does you honor this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well,
My lord, I have remembrance of yours that I have long longed for you to receive. Now.
no, not I. I never gave you aught.
My lord, you know very well you did, and with the words of so sweet, breathe composed, their perfume lost, take these, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you're honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Can beauty, my lord, have better comments than with honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bold than the force of honesty can sooner transform beauty into his likeness. That was sometimes a paradox, but time gives it proof. I did love you once.
I, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I love you not.
I was more deceived.
Get thee way to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent honest, but I could accuse such things of being better if my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses in my backs than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, and time to act them in. What should fellows such as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We are a random knaves, all believe none of us. Go thee way to a nunnery. Where is your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him that he could play the fool nowhere but in his own house.
Oh, sweet heavens, save him.
If thou dost marry, I shall give you this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. To a nunnery go! Farewell. Or if thou dost wilt marry, marry a fool, for a wise man knows too well what monster you make them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly power, restore him.
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God gives you one face and you make another one. You jig and amble and whisper your nicknames to God's creatures and make your wantonness ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say we have no more marriages. Those already married, oh, but one shall live. The rest shall keep the way as they are. To a nunnery go.
Oh, what a noble mind is now overthrown. The soldiers and scholars, the courters' eye, tongue, sword, and the ecstasy and rolls of a fierce day.
And I, of the most dejected, wretched woman that sucked the honey off his music flowers. Oh, woe is me! For I have seen what I have seen, see what I see. Love, his affection did not that way tend, nor what he speaks. Though it lacked form a little, was not madness. There's something in his soul, in which his melancholy sets root in. And I do doubt the hatch and disclose will bring some danger, in which to prevent, I have a quick determination. Thou set it off. He shall be sent to England in speed, for the demand of our neglected tribute. For fashion of himself, what ought you think?
It shall do well, my lord, but yet I believe the origin of his madness springs from his neglected love. How's now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet just said. We heard it all. Turvy around with me, and I will be placed in the year of all their counsels. If she find him not, to England send him.
Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. We tried really hard and hope you liked it. Now, let's watch some bloopers. Hee hee hee.
Hi Emily. Hi Emily.
What should fellows such as I do, should fellows such as I do crawling between earth and heaven?
Oh, hell no!
Thus conscience makes me.